So, where are you? Where are you in relationship to your numbers? So, last month I was 5% ahead. Okay, I don't need to hear two of me. Hold on. Last month I was ahead 5%. And so far this month I'm back to even on the goal. So, I got to kick it up a little bit, right? Because things have changed a little bit. There's been some things going on where I adjusted some focus. So I know that'll work out well as we go through the rest of the year. But my question to you is here we are, May 13th, 14th. I don't know what day it is. May 13th. Where are you in relationship to your goals? And if you don't know that old phrase, you can't expect what you don't inspect. It's funny how that's a big one for a lot of people. They don't keep track of the numbers. You got to know your numbers. So, with that being said, whether you know your numbers or not, how can I be of best service this morning? Because you don't need more training. You need more action, more accountability, more forward-moving focus. Questions, comments, thoughts. How can I be of best service?
Hey Chief,
Hey, buddy. What's
how's
up?
how's it doing? How's it going?
Outstanding.
How you doing?
How you doing?
It's a good day today.
Yep.
I had some thoughts. Obviously we're gonna go deep into some of the stuff later on because I do apologize about yesterday. Just some
No,
stuff
no apologies. All good.
came out there, and actually one of my friends came to the lake with I'm not sure if you have it in the U.S., but here in Europe we got it. It's a car called Smart, and it only fits two people in there.
Yep.
And I've never driven one before. And he was like, "No, man, spin, go for a circle." And I was like, "Oh my god!" So I drove it yesterday on the lake. I was like, "Jesus, man, this is one of the best things ever." Because it's like you're riding a bike, but it's a car.
I
I
went
mean,
to when I my first trip to Italy, somebody picked me up in a smart car and my luggage almost didn't fit in the car.
oh yeah, I can definitely not fit a big suitcase. Maybe like a
No,
smaller one.
no. And
But
I could
yeah,
stick my arm out the car and almost touch the ground. It was the funniest thing. It was, I could do that, and my arms were just about as long as the car. I have a picture of myself. I got down on my knees and I stuck my arms out like this, and my arms were as long as the car. So, yeah, it was quite comical. It was the
yeah,
first
the
time I saw a
the
smart car.
car is like I think a meter something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about maybe 3-4 feet.
Yep.
That's crazy. And I drove that yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, man, this is the best thing ever. So yeah. And then it got me thinking. I was thinking on some stuff. Just wanted to share with people over here. Maybe something clicks for them. I started thinking in questions, which is a little bit of an upgrade compared to just raw thoughts. And I with that, I noticed that over the last couple weeks, I almost didn't write anything down in the little app I set up, in the little notes app. And I was like, oh, okay, so I have not been thinking for the last couple of weeks. And I said, okay. So I said to myself, we gotta do that. We need some more of that. So over the last 2-3 days, several thoughts came to me and several questions. And I just want to share that with people. I was today, I was thinking about identities. And the question posed, why is the initial thought when I gotta go do something that I know serves me, i.e., going to the gym, the initial self talk about that, it's usually that it's a chore and it's a piece of shiitake thing I gotta do today. Versus how when I was younger, I used to love going to the gym. I would I would literally look forward to spending time in the gym. before. And then on top of that, another kind of upgrade question probably. Um, it's funny to me how when I'm about to go do something that's serving, so like for the gym, I'd be like, oh, shiitake, I gotta do that now. Versus when I'm about to do something of a lesser value, meaning not serving me, I don't even think about what I'm doing. There's not this split second thought that comes and says, okay, you're doing this. I don't even think about it. And then specifically to the gym example, I was like, well, maybe it's a bit harsh now in the beginning, but as I get fitter and as I get, in better shape, it's gonna come more easily. But I was thinking about the whole, thing with everything, not necessarily just the gym. But well, I mean, with any example you can come up with.
Sure.
I was thinking
Easy.
how funny that is.
Easy answer. Would you like it?
Uh, I'll pay 2 cents for that.
Okay. I'll take answers for 200, Alec. Um, so here's the thing. If you listen to the words you said, the answer's in there. The challenge, the reason we can't hear our own answer is because of who's telling the story. And this is this is how all success is generated. And what I mean by that is you said, how come when I have a thought, the first feeling is that's just a pain in the neck. Where when I was younger, I had the thought, I went and did it. It's not the same thought. It's not the same person. So here's the challenge. It becoming consciously aware of a thought and having a thought are two different things. How do we know that? When's the last time you thought about breathing? When's the last time you thought about digesting your food? Does that make sense? You don't think about it. Those are called what? Habits. Those are called subconscious routines.
Is that the sympathetic parasympathetic thing?
Well,
Sympathetic or
we haven't even triggered we haven't become aware of the nervous systems yet, meaning
oh,
in
okay.
this dialogue. So the
Okay.
parasympathetic and the sympathetic. The parasympathetic is rest and digest, and the sympathetic is fight or flight. So what we need to become aware of is the default mode network. And right now, you explained in a very large image that when you were younger, your default mode network said, get your ass in gear. And now your default mode network says, ugh, I got to go do this. The question that's avoided by 99% of the people who struggle with this is asking who made that statement? Whose program am I running? Whose frequency responded with, ugh, the gym is tough? Whose frequency, whose programming showed up and said, yeah, you don't need to go to the gym today? Because it's not the person who wanted to go to the gym. It's not the one who said, I need to get healthy. It's not the one who said, I can go do this. But we don't ask that because we think we're the same I. The I that said, I'm going to the gym is not the I that said, don't go to the gym. Right?
Just thinking about something over here. Sorry, just trying to process because the believe it or not, the gym thing and the nutrition thing is the isolated. Like it's the only thing
Oh, you think it is. It's not. That's a story you're telling yourself.
I.
You can disagree. You can disagree. I 100%. It's
No, I
easy.
wanted to say the DONT word, but I forgot it. If I say that, I'll owe you $1,000.
Yeah.
So, if it's like if you told me right now, sit down, have 10 conversations in sales a day, no problem.
Sure.
Sit down, trade, no problems.
Sure.
Whatever. But this, for some reason, and I'm curious to find out the reason, seems to be a challenge.
Well, because who do you become if you did if the thing that is challenging you most, you did it, who would you become?
Not a bitch.
Right. So that's the thing. The reason that you can go do sales is because nobody questions your sales. Nobody's going to go, "Oh, when did you become a good salesman?" You know what they're going to question when you get healthy? When did you get skinny? When did you become a gym rat? How many of your friends are gym rats? They go all the time.
Michael started being a gym rat. Andrew,
Okay.
not a whole lot.
So you're the average of the people you hang around. Do you go more than Andrew or less than Andrew?
I think we're kind of equals. I think he
Okay. Do you go
goes
more than Michael or less than Michael?
less than Michael.
Okay. So who's somebody you know that doesn't go to the gym? That's a friend.
Uh, Mitch.
Okay. So do you go more than Mitch or less than Mitch?
More.
Okay. So do you realize you're the average of the 5 people you hang around who go to the gym? Dumbass.
You know what's funny about that?
Yeah. What's funny about that?
It's that when I felt that this morning as well because I just wrapped the session. The only challenge is to make myself go.
Interesting
Once
answer. That's not the only challenge. You know what the only challenge is? Is to make the decision to go no matter what. That's the only challenge. It's not to make yourself. That's not hard. Not hard.
this guy.
You got to make the decision. That's the hard thing. You haven't made the decision. You're making it an option. I'm going to make it a convenience. And when it's convenient, I'll go. Ugh, that's all it is. It's a decision. Do or don't. Either way, it's fine. There is no try. Stop trying to go to the gym. Stop trying to be successful. Stop trying to have a good relationship. I'm talking to everybody on the call. Stop trying to be a good business person. Stop trying to be a good CEO. Stop trying to just go do it. Just do it. You're going to screw up. You're going to fail. You're going to learn. You're going to have some great experiences. Your first one's your worst one. The reason most people think they are doing their work is because they haven't made a decision to not do the work. If you make a decision to not go to the gym, I'm not going to be the person who says, "Man, I struggle going to the gym." If your nephews' lives depended on it, would you even think about having to go to the gym? Would you even be having this conversation about your nutrition or your gym if your nephew's lives were at stake? No. Let me answer it for you. No.
That's funny because it's the older one's birthday. I'm gonna send a message in the group chat later.
Excellent.
He's
You're gonna send
5.
it from. So this is me loving you. You're gonna send it from your fat self or your skinny self?
I'm gonna use my fat thumb from my skinny version to put it in the chat
Exactly. There you
up
go.
there. Yeah.
See if you can find a skinny font.
Not sure if they made those yet, but I'm gonna call Apple, find out.
You see, now we're laughing about it because if we don't release the cortisol, if we don't release the and have a hit of dopamine, this is aggravating. It's frustrating. This isn't your first. You've been doing this since January, wanting to go to the
Yeah.
gym, and you've been
Oh yeah,
complaining
just
about it since January. Now, here's the thing: you ask for help. 99% of the other people are just going to keep whining about whatever it is they want.
it does give me a little bit of so this thing, it does give me a little bit of what's the word?
Incentive,
Uh yeah, kind of, but
a benchmark,
I was
an
thinking more
awareness.
like inner peace kind of thing,
Yeah.
like inner satisfaction that the results are improving.
Yep.
Like my biological age went down, my resting heart rate is kind of going up and down, but it's slower than it was. My what's that thing? The HRV,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that you told me about. So the range now shifted a little bit. It's going up and down as well, depending on the sleep
Right.
and so on and so forth. But overall, the range kind of went up for maybe about 10% up. So I do have days over 30 now more than before, which was before it was. And right now, if it tanks, it tanks to like 25
Mm-hmm.
versus tanking to 15 a month ago. So the results are getting better, and I see the
See,
obviously
in
the weights I
trading, we would
pull.
call in trading, we would say it's higher lows and higher highs.
Bro, man, this guy, this guy is unbelievable, y'all. All right, this guy is just off the rails. But yeah,
So the key is, when do you want to stop spending your time repeating the same thing? Do or don't, either way. Don't do not give your energy to average. Don't want to go to the gym? Don't go to the gym. Want to go? Go. That's it. Period. No discussion. No, should I take my nutrition? And if you miss a day, I missed a day. Okay, awareness. Go. That's it. Don't complain, because now that you're asking, every time we open our mouth, here's the thing. Every time we open our mouth, the world hears us. Listen to the words I'm using. Every time we open our mouth, the world hears us. Every time we have a thought, the universe delivers to us.
oh yeah, man. To that, yesterday, one of the reasons why we couldn't talk
Mm-hmm.
was that Michael came along with one of his. It's an interesting kind of a arrangement because the guy is Michael's uncle and they're the same age. So I'm not even sure how that works, but anyway, yeah, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point is, we got to the lake and we started talking, and now the guy wasn't fully aware of what happened to me some time ago, and Michael told me to tell the story, so I told the story, and I swear to God, at one point as I was telling the story, my knee started hurting, like the skin of my knee started hurting, and I just felt this weakness inside. And I came home, so that's one of the things I wrote down in the little notes app yesterday
Mm-hmm.
for May 12th. I wrote down under no circumstances am I ever going to talk about that ever again.
Well, so two things. One, good. Second thing, option. Learn how to tell the story without it affecting you. It still has control over you.
Well,
You
that's
ever
going to
been
be.
sunburned?
Oh yeah.
Then why would you ever go out in the sun again?
Oh yeah, baby. I was out there like a hot dog on the Laredo parking lot. um,
So the fact that you can go back out in the sun is because you're aware of it. So what I would offer you is, in your meditation, go ask your archetypes. What how much is this running in the, because it's still running in the background. If you told the story and it made it neural encoding, right? That's the perfect example of neural encoding. You had a thought and it triggered responses in your body. Do you realize that's where your body is still in control of your brain? So I would offer you to take your physician archetype, your warrior archetype, your lover archetype, whoever it is, your magician archetype, and go back to that moment sitting there across from Michael, across from his uncle, and say, I'm about to review this story. I want to review it as a reporter in my own life. And I want to watch at what moment did my knee start to hurt? Did my body start to hurt? Did I start to feel weak inside? And how much of that story is still running right now? And let's go rewire it. Bring me in a conversation, right? Okay, suppose, what if Sean was sitting here? What would he? Oh, okay. And
oh, you to rub it in.
yeah,
You to rub it in, make it stick.
here's your white passport.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. That's I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong. This is just
Sure.
what appeared, maybe or definitely to a certain degree. There must be a little bit of a B-roll playing in the background
Oh,
every time I
100%.
look at my leg
Yep.
without
So, like I say to all of you, don't tell me where you've been. Tell me where you're going. When you look at your leg, you're looking at it from the past, not from today. When you were lying in the hospital bed, did you ever think you'd be sitting as comfortably as you are now in this perfect apartment and everything else, and that all happened, and all of this happened because that happened?
I was trying to make myself feel good as best as I could,
Right,
honestly.
but did you ever think you'd be sitting in this apartment at this special rate that his friend of a friend gave it
Oh
to you?
no, 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 no,
So
no, no.
do you realize that maybe this couldn't happen unless that happened? So rather than that being a curse, isn't that a blessing now? Didn't you, you know how we all have to pay the price? Most people pay their price for 40 years. You paid yours for a year, heavily for a year. And now you're just, you're paying it regularly when you ever think about the story or any of your limitations is when you pay the price because you've been through hell in a handbasket. I don't know how going through your leg almost being amputated and going to the gym has more control over you than your leg being amputated. I'm not sure how that happens.
Well, that makes two of us, pal. Let me tell you that much. I
Because you had a fight. You're not comfortable unless you're in a fight. Sales, it's a fight. It's you want them to win, you want to serve, but it's you're going out onto the grid. You suit up when you go to sales. You don't have to suit up when you go to the gym. This is just for you. And you're not going to activate version 1.0. You'll operate at version half, 0.5, 0.25 in your normal life. But when it's time to go to work, when it's time to go create some income because money's a driver for you and not having enough and you never have enough and I got to go get some more and I'm going to go kill it and it's going to come home and I'm going to put it on. It's mine. For the gym, there's no, now you went to the gym because the reason you did the gym when you were younger is because you were playing football. You didn't want to be the schoolgirl on the football field in pads.
Oh yeah, because you're gonna get beat up.
Yeah, so
Like
you're getting beat
like
up
you're gonna
now.
get hurt.
So how's third grade in a skirt doing?
Oh, you're gonna get hurt. better better sharpen up Molly out there in October, because
Right?
yeah.
So all it is an image you have of yourself. You're not a gym goer. I would change that. It's not of that you're a gym goer. It's so that you can create a legacy of income, a legacy of success for your nephews and for every kid that's crying. Could you imagine every time you don't go to the gym, 10 kids cry? It's just a story. Tell yourself a different story. Tell yourself a better story. That's your self-talk. Why is it so tough for me to eat well and to go to the because you're being a little third grade girl in this mini skirt and a plaid high school schoolgirl outfit.
Hey,
Does
did
that
y'all
come in
see
high
that?
heels? Do you wear high heels with that?
This is cyber assault. One of the things that came to me as you were talking, as you were yapping away. Uh, I'm kidding. As you were,
I know we're playing, but this is how we change it. Because if
as
we
you
can't
were,
change it by force, can't change it by force. We have to change it through love. Literally, anything we want to shift in our body, we have to change it through love. And we can't do it if we're not happy and laughing.
I'm still waiting for the love part from you. 6 years later, Mom, almost there, buddy. Uh,
I can
one of the
feel it. It's close.
oh yeah, we're definitely almost there. Not just yet. One of the things that came to me as you were talking was to quote unquote force myself through the story by telling the version of the story that serves me over and over again.
Right.
In terms of if somebody asks me about that, I'm gonna say something in the lines of, "Oh, listen, it was the best thing ever. I thought I was strong up in here until that happened. Then I learned how strong you can be up in there. Actually, when you need it, I learned how to do this and that, and so on and so forth." So, would me doing reps of that nature over and over again shift the
100%.
image? Yes. Okay.
So when you just said that, here's what was downloaded to me. You want to help people, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to hear this. there's a lot in your life that people wish they had. That's a fair statement, right? A lot of people
Yes.
wish they could have your time freedom. A lot of people wish they could have your savings. A lot of people that wish they could have this. Here's the challenge. The reason that you get sick, this is what I'm being told. The reason that you get sick or you feel it is because you don't want them to feel bad, and this is how your body brings it to the surface. So you said, I'm never talking about that again. I want you to Wayne Dyer it, change the way you look at it, so the thing you look at can change. Here's the story I was told. How many people that you're about to go have a conversation with wish they could have what you have, and therefore they might be being triggered in themselves? I'm not good enough, meaning they're not good enough when they sit across from you. You don't intend it. That's just a normal response they have. Probably a lot, right? What if you were to use this story rather than making them feel bad? You could make them feel extraordinary that that never happened to them, and they get to use you to get through it. Here's my point. You know what? Most people over there understand the metric system, right? We're the only ones that don't have the metric system. So ask them, if you were to ask somebody, how big is 6 millimeters?
Yeah, they would
If you
know.
were to hold your fingers up, how big is that? How big?
That's like half a centimeter. It's like
Okay,
that.
so I
Can't
want you
even
to
see it
do,
almost.
next time you go to tell this story, I want you to say, when they go, that's much. And I want you to say, that's how close you are to success. They're going to go, what? I was 6 millimeters. Those 6 millimeters saved my life. What are you talking about? I had a vein in my body that if that was cut when I motorcycle accident, for some reason it didn't get cut, it didn't get fractured, didn't get anything. Because if that 6 millimeter vein, because that's how big the vein was, or the artery, whichever one it was, however big that 6 millimeter vein, had I been hit right that far away, I was far from life or death. So I know that the only thing I have to do is push myself 6 millimeters and I can live again. I don't have to go 10 years. I don't have to go 20 years. I don't have to go change my job. 6 millimeters. Can you sit up straighter? I'm going to ask you right now. Can you sit up straighter 6 millimeters?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's a couple inches, but
Right.
yep.
But my point is that you can do that with this person. And then you can tell the story as a leadership story, as a success story. Not that you got to live the pain. You get to go serve people from that issue. And it's a 6 millimeter story. That's what I was told to tell you.
Oh, thanks to whoever put that in there. So yesterday, as the knee started hurting, I remember because we talked about this once some time ago, and I started kind of course correcting in the moment, and I finished off the story in a good way in terms of I told them, "Hey, listen, out of anything and everything that could have happened, I literally got the best possible option. I mean, literally the one, the best, because they could have just sawn it off. And I mean, there's people living all kinds of ways,
Yep.
obviously. And I remember being over there, I was thinking, you know what, whatever, F it. If they do it, they do it. Oh, listen, I wouldn't go there and say that ever again.
Right.
If I got the chance to, but I'm hoping I'm not gonna get the chance to. So, um,
So now you got to put yourself back in that situation, and they're going to cut off your health. They're going to cut off your physical strength if you don't go to the gym. You want them to cut off your health? Or do you want to make a 6 millimeter decision and say, let's go. It's going to be painful. It's going to be fun. It's going to be worth it. See, going to the gym isn't worth it to you. You think it is. It's not. When you were on the playing football, it was worth it. You sweat hard. You pushed hard. You did everything. You pushed through the pain. When you were in pain, you even went to work out. Now you're sitting comfortably. And you're like, ugh.
oh yeah, man, we are very comfortable. Let me tell you that much. We are.
So I would offer you, is it okay to get uncomfortable? And is it worth it? That's the only question we have to ask. The only reason we struggle is that we're not doing worth it work. It's not worth it. Being aggravated, being frustrated, it's not worth it. So why would we want to go do that? If 80% of our thoughts are repetitive and 80% of those, 70 to 80% of those are not in our favor, why would we want to do that? Because we're programmed. We haven't run a new program. We haven't installed a new program. We haven't upgraded our program. Well, that's a lot of work until it's not a lot of work. You only got to upgrade once. Here's the thing. How many of you have ever downloaded new software because it said, oh, you have a new version, right? Apple version 7.65, your iPhone. I'm sure Galaxy or whoever it is, the Google, whatever the other phones are, they're called Android. That's it. They get upgrades, but my iPhone right now has an upgrade that it's been waiting to upgrade now for 3 months. There's not enough storage on it because my pictures, here's my images, my pictures of the lambs are more important. And yeah, I've offloaded them and put them up in the cloud. I like to watch them, so I delete other things. But my phone hasn't upgraded because it needs 28 gig or whatever it is, 16 gig for the upload, and I have 7. I have 7 gig available. I'm not willing to get rid of the other ones. My phone operates great. I don't know what it would do. I don't know what the phone would do if it had the upgrade. That's the problem with all of us. We don't know what we would do if we had the upgrade. So I know that my phone has an upgrade waiting. Other phones don't matter. My phone's waiting on an upgrade. It keeps telling me not enough storage. Would you like to manage your storage? No, because that's my phone. Now I manage my storage on a daily basis. Every morning I manage my storage. 2 hours of meditation, I manage my storage. I bet many of you have a better iPhone storage history than you do on your mental success history. Because that's telling you, here our results are telling us, and we don't want to look at our results. So I would offer you, tell the story. Imagine if you got paid $100,000 a month to tell that story, to teach kids motorcycle safety. What if you became the spokesperson for healthcare in Serbia? I know it sounds, well, that's crazy, right? Until it's not. My point is when you shift that story to continue the leadership that it is, the business class conversation that it can be, 6 millimeters, 6 millimeters. That's all it takes to save our lives. At least I know that's for me. That's a fact. And most people are like, 6 millimeters. Can you sit up 6 millimeters taller? You can ask everybody. Could you sit up an inch taller? Yeah. What did that do when you shifted that? See, I was 6 millimeters away from death. The reality is most of us are already dead, and we're not willing to move the 6 millimeters. Our dreams are dead. Our goals are dead. We keep talking about them. We keep wanting them, but we won't do anything we just won't move 6 millimeters. Tony Robbins talks about the 2 millimeters, right? Put your chest up, sit up strong, sit up in a high energy state, and then lower your chest and lower it and feel in your body the second it moves. And here it's 2 millimeters. 2 millimeters is all it takes from your body to be in an intense high energy state to drop it. What 6 millimeters do? All right, changes your whole frequency, your whole process. Anyone else? I love it, AJ. Thank you. Anyone else? Thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways?
I'm on my way to the. Sorry, I'm on my way to the lake, so I'll message you later.
Awesome. See you, brother.
Bye bye.
Good morning, Michael.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about what I want.
Yep.
So my target today, my main goal,
Yep,
is to be light and loose, right?
Yep.
The goal is to laugh. And so what I need your help, Sean, is just reminding me, how to be light and loose and laugh, because I'm not going to talk about what I don't want, but
Sure.
let's just say I'm not doing that. So
okay, so here's a question.
Yes, sir.
And this is the awareness, which you already have. We sometimes forget to use. Do you believe that light and loose is already available in the universe.
Yeah, yeah, there's no doubt about that. Yes.
Okay. And is aggravated and frustrated and heavy available as well.
Yes, that's right.
Awesome. So now you have to look. So now we understand that there's a center point, and there's light and loose, and there's heavy and tight. So now we have to ask, how far do we want to expand that? Meaning, here's the center point. We can go light and loose to here, or we can go light and loose to over here. And then any place that you're going to go for light and loose, you got to realize the opposite of heavy and tight exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now the question becomes, how do you know when you've moved in one way or the other? This is your check-in. This is your frequency. These are your thoughts. Now, if you want light and loose, would it be fair to say I'm going through puberty? Would it be fair to say that heavy and tight already exists?
Yeah, yeah, both.
That might be the pattern the body's already in. Now,
Yeah.
if we are creatures of habit, would it be also fair to say that this tight and heavy doesn't want to move, doesn't want to leave, doesn't want to give itself up, because that is your identity?
Yep.
Okay, so now if that's true, then we have to ask, who is controlling, who's you're in Miami. Have you ever been where they have to raise the bridge for the boats?
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Okay, so question, why do they stop traffic for the boats?
Let them through.
But why do they raise the bridge? I know
Was
to
there-
let them through, but why did they have to put a bridge in there? Why didn't they make the boats go someplace different? Because water was here before the roads.
Yeah.
What is the frequency that was here before tight and heavy? You know, light and loose is available.
Mm-hmm.
At what point did light and loose can run the show, and then heavy and tight took over?
Yeah, when you first start in sales, right? The first 90 days, you're super excited. You're stoked. You don't know what's going on, right? It's like that 90-day phenomenon. You're just ignorance on fire, let's say,
Yep.
right? You're
So,
like,
can you become ignorant again?
what do you mean by that?
Well, can you undo what you've learned? You've learned how to become tight and heavy. You've learned that.
Mhm.
You got more information. You piled it up. What needs to be shed? What needs to be let loose? What needs to be given away to have light and loose again?
Yeah, just like what you talked about, drop the old story. I gotta and drop
So who do you need permission from to do that? Now, I know you're going to say me, but it's not the me who's talking to me right now. The me that's talking to me right now already has permission to be light and loose, right?
yeah.
It's when you leave this, that tight and heavy shows go, Jesus, I thought you were never going to stop talking to that guy.
Yeah.
Right?
So the question is, who do I need permission from?
Inside, that's who's the tight and heavy you need to say, I need you to go sit down. If you were to name that, it's not Michael Muzak. If you were to name that energy, that frequency, that burden, tight and heavy, what would you call him? Fredo, Corleone, what would you name him? Toby. Where Toby comes from.
What would his name be? I'll go with Toby for now, but
okay.
I'm sure.
Think of a bully from school. Was there ever a bully in school? And maybe not bullied you, but just was a jackass to everybody else.
No, I never was bullied.
Not you.
Up.
Anybody else? Was there a teacher that nobody liked?
I mean, what came to mind was Hank. I don't remember.
So Hank. We'll call him Hank.
Yeah.
So Hank. So if you had a conversation, if imagine Hank showed up, and Hank, so who's somebody you want to achieve your goals for?
Who's somebody that I want to achieve my goal for?
Mom, dad, brothers, cousin, aunt, uncle.
Definitely my mom.
Okay.
I would say that's
So
the most
imagine
important.
imagine Hank is on your mom's door, knocking right now, and your mom calls you and goes, "Hank's here, and he's trying to bully me."
Mhm.
What would you say? Give Hank the phone. What would you say to Hank?
Back up, Hank.
You got to say that every moment. You got to say that every hour, every 10 minutes. Hank, back up. I don't know if you're there, but back up, Skippy.
Hmm.
I'm doing light and loose today. And you've got to stay in light and loose and not in fight mode, because that's what happened. Hank shows up. Hank's just sitting in the lobby, and you're looking at him going, "You son of a bitch. Oh my God. It's when I get done with this call, I'm coming out there and I'm kicking your ass." And
Yeah.
you're so frustrated. Hank's just sitting there going, "Dude, I'm just having coffee. I love the coffee machine here. It's freaking, have you tried? It's awesome." Hank's just drinking coffee in the lobby and you're having an argument with him and he's not even in the room.
Hmm.
Did you hear you just cleared your throat, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
heard that.
that's the phlegm of Hank. Hank is going to show up and he's not doing it. He's just, "I'm here, dude. You called me. You said you wanted me to keep you from winning. I never said that." If I'm sitting here, here's the thing. The only reason Hank can sit there is because he's in a frequency.
Hmm.
So what's the name of Michael's version of light and loose? Who's that?
Well, what first came to mind was Happy Mike.
Okay, but it's not Mike, so let's give it another name.
Um,
It could be, listen, it could be any gender, it could be any alien. It doesn't have to be a Hank. Hank sounds like a big, you know, his shirt tail sticking out of his zipper because he doesn't know how to, right? He's just, I'm a here.
yeah. Well, I'll say this: the ideal version of me. Who's that guy, Captain America? Who's
Okay.
that actor?
Okay. So Captain America version. So now do you feel the difference when you say Captain America and Hank? Can you feel your body alternate between those two frequencies?
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm like a superhero in one
Yeah.
version, and I'm like the Grinch in the other.
Okay, excellent. So which one do you want?
I want the superhero version.
Awesome. So when Hank shows up because the Grinch isn't, I mean, when the Grinch shows up because Captain America isn't used to being on stage for you,
Hmm.
what do you got to say to bring Captain America back version?
What do I got to say to bring back the Captain America version?
Yeah, that version of you that feels light and ready and service and everything else and just here to protect as opposed to being beaten up and aggravated and come home going, "Jesus, Hank was like a 10-ton brick today."
So yeah. So I mean,
Remember this?
what that's what I was going to go to was the
Yep.
snap.
When's
I
the
could do
last time you
that.
did your snaps?
I don't do them. I just
Oh yeah.
I
Well, then
got
I do that. I do more of that then. I do more of the shit that don't work.
yeah. What about in the office? Like,
Just do it under your desk.
okay.
Just trigger it. You can walk along going like you know how people snap their fingers and they have an idea.
Yeah.
You can do that at your desk. Ah, I got it. And someone's gonna go, "What? Don't worry, I'm working on it. I just had an idea." You can do that. You need to do for you. See, that's Hank showing up going, don't be a jerk. What are you being a freaking weirdo for? We need Weirdo Mike back.
Yeah. That's right.
See, the reason for the rest of us that are listening to Michael be vulnerable, it's a blessing for all of us. Because what we did is we helped Mike remember what was important for Michael. It's why what I do is different than anybody else on the planet. I don't tell you to refocus this and write down that. Right now you're in crisis and you want to make a decision. Well, the only reason you're in crisis is because the version of you that wants what you want isn't in control.
Hmm.
And so now we got Captain America Mike versus Hank Mike. And Hank's not doing anything. Hank's just sitting around. He's like the mob. Crap, I'm gonna owe them $200. Oh my God, they're just sitting in the lobby and they're gonna hit me as soon as I walk. But they're not beating the crap out of you while you're having all this conversation. You are. I'd offer you to stop that
Hmm.
and get Captain America. Here's the thing. Imagine wherever the lobby is in your office, Hank's sitting there, and
Mhm.
Captain America version of you, if you sent him out to the lobby and Hank saw him, would Hank say, "Oh, I want this fight," or would Hank say, "I'm out. Screw this. This ain't worth it. I'm out."
He would say, "I'm out."
Yeah. So
Right?
then
If he
why don't you
saw.
say that? Let him say, "I'm out." Say, "Hey, thanks." And then now look to the lobby and you go, Hank's gone.
Yeah.
Feel that difference? Feel that energy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I would do that more often. I would, on your ride in, when you're driving in today, I would say, I'd roll down the windows and say, Hank, you're out. Get out, Skippy. And you can make it a little crack. He's got to force himself out. You got to get out of that. Open the window more. The shit you put me through, I'm making you struggle a little bit. You got to get your ass out because Captain America's in the seat now.
Yep.
You got to have this conversation. You have to say this out loud. You've got to rewire the neuroplasticity. You've got to use neuroplasticity, because if you don't, you're thinking at 1,400 words a minute.
So you're saying it's important to talk out
So
loud.
you got to say it out loud.
Okay.
You got to be riding in the car like you're singing a song, and don't worry about what people think at a stoplight. Hank, you got to get out. Listen, stoplight's coming up. If it's red, out. If it's green, you're getting tossed out. You got to you got to just be saying this stuff, because they are running your ass into the ground.
Yeah. No,
And you're tired. And none of it was ever said out loud. Could you imagine if you finally start talking out loud? I talk out loud all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the reason that mine doesn't seem so cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is because I'm usually talking to the animals. I ain't
Got
St.
it.
Francis of Assisi, but I talk to the animals all the time.
Hmm.
You got to start talking to the animals, and the animals are Hank and Captain America and anyone else.
Yeah. No, that feels a lot better.
Have you had a
It's like I'm-
conversation? Have you had a conversation with the love of your life sitting in the passenger seat next to you? Well, no, that'd
No.
be stupid. Okay, let me know how that works out for you. You know this, Michael.
I know, that's
Oh.
why I need you to remind me.
Yes. You know the story. I wrote out the 21 things I wanted of my bride. The only
Mhm.
thing I didn't put on there was what? Her voice.
Hey, Sean, give me
Go.
30 seconds. I'm about
Go.
to go down the elevator.
Yep.
But that was great. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother. Who else? Thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways? What'd you learn? What'd you like?
Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, my princess.
I liked when you said change has to come from love.
Isn't that crazy?
And the when you speak, the world hears you, and when you think, the universe does.
Yeah, that's why you, particularly you and I and other people who are in leadership roles, we hear people say things. We actually hear them say they want success. And we wonder why they get stuck. Because what they say to us is only heard by the world, but what they're saying quietly, the universe hears it and delivers it instantly. Listen, the universe has DoorDash beat 1,000 to 1.
They don't have the paid version.
Yeah. It is like the all-star super duper VIP version. Prime, Amazon has Prime, right? Where you can get delivery in 2 hours.
Yep, for $4.99.
Yeah. To delivery, you're paying with your life for instant delivery. Ooh, snap.
Yeah, I had a conversation yesterday where somebody said, "Well, I've only been doing this for a month." And it kind of bothered me, because I was like, well, what does the time frame have to do with what it is that you desire? Like, you're downplaying the concept of, well, it's only been a month anyway, so like I haven't had any profit, it's good. Or like, I don't have the result, it's fine. And like, but why not do it in a month? Or like, why not have it in a month?
So,
And then it was just more, it was like radio silence. So,
right. So the question is don't challenge their limitation.
oh, I didn't
No,
respond.
I know,
just,
but remember, frequency, who you are speaks so loud, I don't need to hear your words.
the
Right? You have
universe heard me.
what's that?
I said the universe heard me.
So the question I would ask somebody, well, I've only been doing it for a month. I would ask, we don't assume only been doing what? Well, the business. What's the business? And you'll find out what they've been doing and why they haven't had any successes, because they will uncover, they will describe, they will tell on themselves. Because the reason they say I've only been doing it for a month is comparitis.
Mm-hmm.
When you understand humanity, they are justifying their limitation. And so what I would, if they were my student, I would say, wow, if you lie about that, you'll lie about other things. And it's comical. I use laughter. I use humor to control the room. The one who controls the humor controls the room. Wow, if you lie about that, you lie about other things. How long did it take you to get, depending upon how well you know this person? My question is, how long did it take you to get good at sex? Now, if it's a male, female, you definitely probably wouldn't go there. But if it was being a guy, I'd say, wow, how long did it take you to get good at sex? What? Have I got your attention? You've got to break them out of this pattern. That's their way of saying my life sucks and my life is on constant delay. I've only been doing it a month. You know what I hear? I hear people who say, I've only been doing it for 10 years. Because they're comparing themselves to somebody who had to do it for 20. Or whatever the story is. That's a comparitis story. So I'd say, so what else do you compare yourself to? What? You've got to hear what they're not saying. Kind of like, you know, your kids, when they're telling you their best truth and you know it is a bold-faced lie.
I never know what they're saying. It's just, it seems like it's just an open mouth sometimes.
So just pay attention to that. When somebody says, your best line as a mentor, if you learn this phrase, tell me more about that. I promise you, you will uncover, you'll be like this genius, this genie who go, oh my gosh, she can help me do more things than I ever thought possible. I didn't help Michael. I didn't do anything for Michael. All I did was ask questions. He came with a challenge. He came with a situation. He came with something that needed to be fixed. Isn't it true that he knew it? He just forgot he knew it. Mm-hmm. And when you sit with that understanding that everybody knows how to fix their current problem, the reason they're avoiding it is because that's their story. Which is why when you ask the question, how's that working for you? Not good. You want more of that? No. What would you change? Well, I'd do this. When would you want to do that? Now. And if you did it, what would happen? I'd change. And if you didn't do it, what would happen? No change. Which do you want? Change or no change? Change. So then how can I help you do the thing you need to do? Oh my God, you're so good at this. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think a big thing nowadays, because I feel like I never really heard this context growing up of like that, as it resonated yesterday when you said it, like it's a yes or a no, or it's like a right or a wrong, but the idea of living in two truths.
That's called delusion. And that's called mental toughness. The reason that we all have such a challenge, until I went through my own mental toughness experience, making a decision to be done with it. The gentleman who's passed away, that Mark, give me some pura vida, give me some Mark, and we'd say pura vida, some Costa Rica, and he said, you need to stop drinking. Now, I never met him. I didn't meet him at all, ever. We never met in the real world. It was only on Zoom. And he passed away one night. Prior to that, he said, stop drinking Cokes. I love you. Stop drinking Diet Cokes. I was drinking Diet Cokes. I said, okay, I'll stop. It's been 4 years now. It was never a problem. Mark said, because I loved Mark enough to be able to say to him with a look on my face and confidence, no, I haven't had one. Good. I'm proud of you. Did I need his words of pride and affirmation? Probably. We've got to make a decision on when we stop doing the thing that's keeping us stuck, who benefits? Who have we made promises to that we're not keeping? We need to work on those. I'm working on promises I made to Michelle. I got to keep those promises. Am I as good as I could be? No, I'm getting better. I'm working on it every day. It's a shift for me. I'm 60, going to be in June, 62. 60. God, that sounds old. But it's not old. Definition of old is 15 years older than you, whatever age you are now. So yeah, it's when you decide that you're going to just be the one to say they're stuck. The question you've got to have going through your mind is, do they want to stay there or do they want out? We never ask them. We assume they want out. Some people don't want out. Some people lie and say they want out and going, oh my God, you're doing the same thing you did before. If you've ever dealt with anybody with an addiction, my mom and my oldest brother are alcoholics. My mom was brilliant enough to be able to stop after 2 weeks until 40 years later, she went and got help, professional help. I didn't know at the time. I wasn't the person to be able to help her then. I would be now, but I wasn't then. So that's why I help people who are addicted to approval. Go have some fun with you. Be addicted to your joy. Find that thing. Find that Captain America, Captana America version for you. And when people ask you for help, say, well, if you got the help, what changes? If you got the help, what changes? Well, I don't know. Then the help probably ain't going to work, is it? So imagine you were going to go make tacos. And that's the thing, everybody, oh, Mom, could you make tacos? We love your tacos. And you went and all you got was salad. I got salad. Tacos, the carbs, and the spice. We just need to eat healthier. We're just going to do salad. No. Because you changed the menu on them. Too many mentors and coaches and all of these people are changing the menu on people by saying, here's what you need to do. They're changing their strategy because they asked, how do you do that? Here's a strategy. How do you make tacos? Here's a salad. I don't want a freaking salad. I want tacos. Then why are you asking me how to do tacos if you want tacos? You'll figure it out. The reason they ask us how to do tacos, and when you say, well, it's actually a salad. Oh, I don't want that, because they know they don't have to do what you suggest, and then they can blame you. Well, the reason I'm starving is because all she wants to do is feed me salad and I want tacos. Well, you're an idiot.
Valid.
We've just got to have these stories. And when we understand this, things will change forever. They know what their next step is. The reason they need you, the reason you need me is not for your next step. It's for what happens when you arrive at the next step. Now you're truly into the unknown. You need me for the unknown. You don't need me for the next step. The relationship that we have is that if you go to the next step, you know you can count on me for the unknown. I don't spend time telling you what the next step is. I didn't spend any time telling AJ what the next step was. I had some ideas and some suggestions. He's got to own the story, because once you own the story, then you need me. Until you own your story, you can't use me. You can't use my skills and talents and 40 years of experience until you take the next step.
Right.
That's why people sometimes on this call, you'll hear them say, oh my God, you say the same thing over and over and over and over. Yep, pretty much. So you take the next step. Once you take the next step, now I can help you. Until then, you're just going to keep hearing the same thing over and over and over and over. And that's why you'll even hear some people on the call say, oh my God, that thing you say now, are you ready for the love? Oh my God, it makes so much sense now. It made sense before, but now it makes a different kind of sense because you change. If you've ever read a book that the words in the book changed, you change. So I can say the same thing. If I speak in truth, the same thing over and over and over and over. How many times have you told your kids you love them? More than
A whole bunch.
yeah. Did the frequency of love change, or did their understanding of your love change? Because you could tell them, I love you when you're disciplining them. I'm doing this because I love you. Well, that's true, but they don't see it that way. It's the same love. And as they get older, and as their life has more experiences in it, and they truly need their mom's wisdom, that love from them means something. Something different. They understand your love is completely different. I didn't know my mom loved me so much. Same thing. So can you speak from that truth? When you tell your kids you love them, are you a teacher or you just love?
Just love.
Yeah. So then just in the rest of your world, don't be these titles, just be it. Just be a leader. Sometimes leaders teach. Sometimes leaders guide. Sometimes leaders inspire. Sometimes leaders recognize. But if you've got to put on these different hats, okay, so now I'm the recognition person, and now I'm the leader person, and now I'm the I don't know what I need to be. I'm just here, and then I got to be the mom, and I got to be the mom and the leader over here, and then oh my God, then I got to be now I have to be the presenter. Probably didn't know I had that many hats handy, did you?
Those are all in arm's length too.
So my point is that when you decide to just be the hat called the soul that you are, I don't have to switch hats again. If you've ever had to adjust what you're about to say based upon who you're going to say it, the conversation with AJ is the same conversation with Michael. It was just different words. Same love, same conversation, same get to the end result. Conversation I'm having with you, different words, same focus, same hat. I didn't have to switch hats because I'm talking to Adrian. I didn't have to switch hats talking to Michael. I didn't have to switch hats talking to AJ. You'll be a lot less exhausted if you avoid hat switching. Now, hats are easy to change. Could you imagine having to change shoes every time or put on a different outfit every time?
It sounds exhausting.
You ever get dressed for a party appropriately?
Like one time.
Okay. Do you ever have your shoes match your outfit if you're going out?
Yes.
Do you ever start your outfit from your shoes and then work up?
Depending on the occasion.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's addiction to approval. I get it. And until I started wearing a variety of colorful shoes, I go to an event now, I bring 8 pairs of shoes. That's not a guy thing. Well, I know these shoes go with that shirt and that shirt. It's like, oh wow, now I understand the value of shoes.
For women, it's different. I have to be comfortable and taller.
Right. Well, so how's the 10-inch platforms?
It's a process.
You're like wearing the Kiss shoes.
As long as I'm not moving, it's fine.
Exactly. Could you help me get in my shoes? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I need a hand up to get into my shoes.
It's all that's needed. A little
Exactly.
assistance.
Little assistance. And so use that. So there's the metaphor. Everybody you're about to help is wanting to get into a high-heeled pair of shoes. They just don't know how to walk in them. Your only responsibility is to be there once they put the shoes on and take their first step. Until then, no teaching, no coaching, no training. They got to lace up. They got to put the boots on. They got to put the shoes on. They got to put the Uggs on. They got to, you're asking them to step into a new pair of shoes. And you're trying to put on the shoes going, look how good they work. Look how good they work. Look how good they work. Look how they're comfy. You got to have them put on the shoes.
Platforms might be a discussion.
I have a friend in is she in
Oh, did
Costa
you see
Rica?
the picture that I sent you?
Which one?
Oh,
Of
let me.
you and the girls?
No, I sent a picture. Can I do it here? I don't even know.
In
I went out. I went to a different place for my walk. It had this giant pole. And then my sister was like, she was like, are you taller than the pole? I was like, I think so. No, I wasn't. She's like, I think you don't hit the height requirement to walk here.
can't ride here. You got one. That doesn't hit the sign. You can't walk here.
Oh, I think I sent it on Instagram. Is it this one? No, I don't know where the buttons are on the here for certain things. I get confused. I don't see anything, but yeah, no, I sent it,
Okay.
and I was like,
In
"That's
Instagram?
hilarious." Yes.
Okay.
Just in case you're wondering, like actual size. What a 4'11". I was like, we can't come back here because why do they have like dinosaur holes just hanging out? Who are they blocking?
Um. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. You're not quite tall enough yet. Mm-hmm. You know the yellow poles that are in front of like Walmarts and stuff, folks? That's what she's talking about. And this one,
That was not that. I'm bigger than those ones. I can jump over them with my child. That thing is just ridiculous. I don't know who they're blocking out.
well, and they just seem so okay. I guess there's that concrete thing, but why wouldn't I want to just drive over that concrete thing unless there was a building there?
I wanted to run it over. I was like, for what? At a park? Like, because it's like a half a dog park. I'm like, kind of animal are you trying to keep in or keep out?
If they took the cap off, you'd be as tall as it.
I didn't hit the height requirement either way, which was fine. I was like, you know what? It's not that nice. Not that nice of a park. Your giant animals and your giant poles. And no,
Dinosaur poles. So you can have that. You can have that conversation. You can use that as a whole story. Question is the poles were bigger than me, but they didn't stop me. Most people have poles in their life that aren't even as big as them, called adversity, called doubt, called fear, and they let them stop them.
those are the real Walmart poles.
Yep.
Exactly.
And you get to use that picture as the example. Do you realize? So, you know, I think it's a Buddhist saying, or maybe, I forget who, maybe Buddha said it. It's not the bars that hold the tiger. It's the space between them.
Oh, I definitely fit in the space between them.
Mm-hmm. So can you move through the space between your own bars? And so every time every time you want to go teach somebody, you're teaching them how to move around the bar, step sideways around the bar, around the pole. And they keep saying, no, I don't want to move. I'm like, well, you're an idiot. I love you. Anything else before I go?
Staying stuck.
And it's not because you don't want to help them, but you stay stuck because they won't get unstuck. And you're like, oh my God, it'd be so good if you just did this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be over here. Anything else I can do before you go? Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you, Sean.
You're
All the
welcome, my
time.
dear. Thank you. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hope today brings you great joy. What is today? Today's Wednesday? I think it's
Yeah.
Wednesday. Okay, cool. Wednesday's a great day. It's the 13th. We're almost halfway through the year. Let's go have some fun. I love you tons. I'm your head brain training. Let's get around the pole misfit. I'll see y'all where?
At the next
event.
event.
At the next event. Somebody give me some Costa Ricas.
Pura vida.
Pura vida. We love you, Mark. And some Lydias.
Peace be with us.
Be with us. And the queen of helping you jump poles, run around poles, and just make poles insignificant in your life. Jessie Lee Ward.
Bosley.
Bosley. We love you, girl. And a little white fluffy.
Gurgly, gurgly, gurgly.
All right, everybody, go have some fun today. Love you tons. Thank you for being in my life, and thank you for helping me remove the poles out of my way so I can have more of what I want and less of what I don't. We'll see y'all mañana. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Sean. Love
Bye.
you all. Hey, Diane.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
House.